Hey lovelies. So, I actually forgot to record last week's episode. I'm actually sorry. I tried to record these ahead of time and I tried to batch. So I actually thought that I had scheduled this and I had missed it. So I'm sorry. So thank you to the person who reminded me that I had not recorded. So yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So I just want to say, have you ever walked into a room and felt like you don't belong there, even though you've worked so hard to get there? Well, part one, introduction. Okay, I would just let you know that I'm also recording this late at night, so I'm just all over the place. So bear with me this episode. This is I said I would do it, so I'm doing it episode, even though maybe I don't really feel prepared and I'm sort of going through imposter syndrome at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to carry on. I'm just rambling. I'll see if I can cut this bit out. But anyway, part one, introduction, the whisper of the fraud. Hello, my loves. I'm so incredibly happy you've chosen to spend some of your precious time with me today, and I'm sorry if I've wasted yours already, but whether you're listening to this while you're on your morning commute, finishing up a workout, or my personal favourite, settle down with a big warm brew in your favourite mug, I want you to take a deep breath and just be here for a moment. Today, we're diving into something that I know is sitting heavy on the hearts of so many ambitious women in our community. We're talking about that sneaky, loud, and often paralyzing feeling we call imposter syndrome. But most importantly, we're talking about the antidote to it, self-trust. In 2026, the world feels louder than ever, doesn't it? We are constantly visible, constantly compared, and constantly told we need to be more. It's no wonder that even the most successful consultants, entrepreneurs, and C-suite leaders I work with still wake up some mornings feeling like a total fraud. Heck, I just had that 10 minutes ago. They look like they've got it all together on the outside. The polished LinkedIn profiles, the successful business, the beautiful home, but internally, they question every single move. If that's you, my love, I want you to know two things right now. First, you are not alone, not even close. And second, that feeling isn't proof that you're a fake. It's actually a sign that you're standing at the edge of your next big evolution. Imposter syndrome doesn't show up when you're playing small. It shows up when you're brave enough to step into something new. In this episode, we're going to reframe this completely. We're moving away from the idea of fixing a flaw and moving towards building a solid, unbreakable foundation of self-trust. Because the truth is, in this fast-paced, AI-integrated, ever-changing landscape of 2026, your greatest asset isn't just your skill set, it's your ability to trust yourself in the room. Part 2. Seyi's journey from doubt to direction. Let me tell you about Seyi. Seyi is a brilliant, high-achieving woman who came to me earlier this year. She had just been headhunted for a senior leadership role in a global tech firm, a role she had dreamed about for years. On paper, she was the perfect candidate. She had the experience, the accolades, and the track record of delivering incredible results. But the moment she signed the contract, the whisper started. Seyi told me, quote, "Nefe, I feel like I've tricked them. I keep waiting for them to realize I'm not as smart as they think I am. Every time I open my mouth in a board meeting, I'm over-preparing for hours because I'm terrified of being found out." End quote. Can you relate to that, my loves? That over-preparing trap? Seyi was working late every night, not because the workload required it, but because her anxiety required it. She was seeking constant reassurance from her peers, second-guessing every email, and shrinking her presence so as not to draw too much attention. She was physically in the leader's chair, but mentally, she was still a junior employee waiting for permission to speak. During our identity and confidence coaching sessions, we started peeling back the layers. We realized that Seyi didn't have a competence problem. She had a self-trust gap. She didn't trust her own intuition, her own voice, or the evidence of her past successes. She was looking for safety in external validation, which is like trying to build a house on shifting sand. The shift happened when Seyi stopped trying to kill her imposter syndrome and started focused on building evidence of her capability. We worked on her personal brand clarity, helping her align her internal values with her external message. She started to see that her unique perspective wasn't a liability, it was a superpower. Today, Seyi doesn't walk into a boardroom wondering if she belongs. She walks in knowing that her presence is the value. She's transitioned from an imposter to a leader who trusts her guts, sets firm boundaries, and empowers her team to do the same. And that, my loves, is the power of this work. Part 3. Reframing the gap in 2026. So, why does this feel so much more intense right now? Why is 2026 a year where imposter syndrome seems to have reached a fever pitch? It's because our modern environment has created the perfect storm of self-doubt. We are living in a time of future fluency. With the rapid rise of AI and changing workplace dynamics, many of us feel like the ground is constantly moving beneath our feet. There's a pressure to have all the answers in an era where the questions are changing every single week. But here is a lesson I want you to tuck into your heart today. Imposter syndrome isn't proof you're not ready, it's proof you're growing. In coaching, we look at the difference between expert confidence and adaptive confidence. Expert confidence is based on knowing everything. In 2026, this is a trap because nobody can know everything anymore. Adaptive confidence, or self-trust, is the belief that you can handle whatever comes your way. It's the trust that you can learn, adapt, and lead even through uncertainty. When you feel like an imposter, what's actually happening is a mismatch between your internal self-image and your external reality. Your career or your life has leveled up, but your identity is still playing catch-up. You're using an old map for a new territory. Self-trust coaching isn't about fixing you because, let's be clear, you are not broken. It's about closing the gap. It's about moving from am I good enough to how can I contribute my unique strengths. It's shifting from seeking permission to giving yourself a green light. When you trust yourself, you stop performing and start leading. You stop trying to be the perfect version of a leader you think others want to see, and you start being the authentic, magnetic leader you actually are. This is where real growth happens, not just in your business or career, but in your soul. Part 4, practical steps, the 3 shifts, and the self-trust reset. So I don't want to just give you beautiful words, my loves. I want to give you anchors, practical tools you can use the next time the fraud feeling starts to bubble up to move from imposter to leader. We need to make 3 fundamental shifts in our mindset. 1, stop waiting to feel ready. This is the big one. We often think I'll apply for that role when I feel more confident, or I'll launch the project when I feel 100% ready. Lovelies, let me tell you a secret. Confidence is a byproduct of action, not a prerequisite for it. You will never feel 100% ready for the big things. The ready feeling usually comes after you've done the thing and survived. Leadership in 2026 is about being willing to be a beginner in public. It's about taking that tiny, honest step forward, even when your hands are shaking. 2, build evidence, not opinions. Imposter syndrome lives in a world of opinions, usually your own harsh ones. To counter it, we need to build a library of evidence. Stop asking yourself, What do they think of me? And start asking, what have I actually achieved? I want you to start a wins folder on your phone or in a journal. Every time you get a thank you email, every time you hit a milestone, every time you handle a difficult conversation with grace, write it down. This is your evidence. When the doubt hits, you don't argue with it with positive vibes, you argue with it with facts. 3. Trust yourself before others do. We often wait for someone else to tell us we're doing a great job before we allow ourselves to believe it. But true leadership starts from within. If you don't trust your own vision, how can you expect anyone else to follow it? Alignment is magnetic. When you're aligned with your values and your purpose, people sense that. They don't just follow your strategy, they follow your energy. The self-trust reset tool. The next time you feel like an imposter, I want you to pull out your journal and ask yourself these 3 heart-led questions. 1. Where am I doubting myself right now? Be specific. Is it a project, a meeting, a conversation? 2. What evidence do I already have that I can handle this? Look at your past wins. When have you been in a similar spot and come out the other side? 3. What would I do right now if I trusted myself just 10% more? Often, we don't need 100% confidence boost. Just 10% is enough to take the next aligned action. If you need a little more help with this, I highly recommend downloading my Wheel of Life worksheet. I've also got like an imposter syndrome quiz that you can take. It's a wonderful way to see where you might be out of alignment and where you can start focusing your energy to rebuild that internal trust. Part 5. Final thoughts. Stepping into your power. As we wrap up today's episode, I want you to take another deep breath. Feel the weight of your body in your chair or your feet on the ground. You are here, you are capable, and you're exactly where you're meant to be. You are not an imposter, my love. You are evolving. Every leader you admire, every woman who looks like she has it all figured out, has stood exactly where you are standing. The only difference is that they decided to trust themselves through the discomfort. If you're tired of playing small, tired of overthinking, and ready to truly step into your power as a leader, this is exactly what we do in my coaching practice, whether it's through my identity and confidence coaching or a more focused, confidence-led growth strategy. I'm here to help you bridge the gap between self-trust. You don't have to do this alone. And before I let you go, let's have one signature cafe moment. So your coffee reflection is, where in your life are you waiting for permission when you could trust yourself instead? Think about that as you take your next sip. Is there a yes you've been holding back, a boundary you've been afraid to set, a dream you've been keeping in the someday pile? You have everything you need within you right now to take the next step. I believe in you so much. Thank you for being part of this space. If this episode resonated with you, please do share it with another ambitious woman who might be struggling with her own whispers today. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Nefe86 for more daily dose of confidence and cappuccino-fueled inspiration. Until next time, keep trusting yourself, keep taking these tiny steps, and remember, you are enough. So much love, Nefe. Bye!